Y'all, I got something to share. Hear me out. I was tossing and turning all night. I don't know why exactly, but around like 6 o'clock, I was halfway awake. So I wouldn't say that I had a dream. I would call it a vision, because I was like, I was up, but I was still asleep, if that makes sense, right? So I want to show y'all what I saw. Now, I don't know about you, but in the past, I have literally prayed and thanked God, like, thank you for this person, thank you for letting this person be in my life, and stuff like that. And then God would end up separating us. Like, I told y'all multiple times the bad relationships that I had. Like, I know for a fact the second real bad one that I had started praying at the beginning of that relationship, but that was before I had a relationship with God. So we end up separating, and then that's when I started hearing God speak to me, like right after that relationship ended. And I was like, wow, that was God separating this. That was God saying no to this, right? So one thing I know about God is that if you ask him to separate, or you pray about something and show your dependence on him in a situation, if he don't want you to have something, if he don't want you to be with a person, if he don't want you to have an opportunity, if he don't want you to be around certain people, he will make a way out for you. He will separate you from the person, the people, or the things, right? Eventually, on his own time. And if he does not separate you from the person or the opportunity or the people, it may be because you're forcing yourself in it. You're forcing yourself to stay. You're forcing yourself to stay being around the people. You forcing yourself to keep on trying to force that relationship to work that clearly is not supposed to be working. Just like with Israel, that was like, we need a king, and God was like, you don't need no king. And that was like, we want a king. And he was like, all right, bet, I'm gonna give you exactly what you asking for. I'm gonna let you have exactly what you want. So unless you try to force it to work, if you try to force yourself to have something, or force something to work, God will let you have it. Other than that, he will separate you from it or them. Now, because of my past experiences, like when I first left and went to Tulsa, I remember meeting this man when I was going into an Airbnb. And I was already like, ugh, because I was just like so over men at that point, right? And first of all, he was talking to me from like, I was in the driveway. He was parked on the street for the neighbors next door, and he's talking to me from his car. And I was like, instant turn off, because why you yelling across the street? You know what I'm saying? So he ended up walking to me, like walking up to me and saying little stuff to me, and I was just like, ugh, like. And then it was just some little stuff that he had did with his phone. I was like, oh no, I've seen this before, right? So I didn't want to text him. I didn't want to talk to him, nothing. But I'm like the type of person that I don't want to have a confrontation because you're in my face, instead of just saying, no, thank you, about giving you my number. I'll give you my number because I know I have another phone, and I know if I give you my number, you probably call it. And I just don't want no issues, right? I was saying stuff about God because I was trying to let him know, like, I'm not on whatever type of time you own. I'm on a whole different type of time, right? So I was praying, and I was like, God, come on now. Like, this look too familiar. I need you to get this person out of my life. If you don't want this person in my life, I don't want to do it. So I will literally pray about people. I will literally pray about friends. I will pray about opportunities. And it's like, I have seen God separate me from people, places, and things before the people even got to know me. They didn't even get to know me because God had already separated, because I had already prayed about it. And when it happened, I knew it was God. Now, there are times that I will pray about something, like, for example, praying, God, get these people out of my life. I don't want this friend in my life if you don't want this friend in my life. And I will pray about it over and over and over again, because I'm too scared to make the wrong decision. I'm scared I got the fear of the Lord, okay? So I will pray about stuff over and over again. And it's not that I don't trust God, or I don't think that he didn't hear me the first time, but I need you to know that I'm dependent on you in this situation. I'm not trying to be independent of you. I need you to know this. So I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. Especially if I feel like something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep praying about it. So here is what I saw. This is the vision I saw. Literally, what I'm about to show you is what I saw in my dream. In my vision. I literally saw rubber bands on a finger like this. When you pray and ask God to remove people or take opportunities that you got yourself wrapped up in, this is what God gonna do. He's gonna start strategically unraveling. But if he do this right here, then you do this, and you keep raveling yourself up in it even more. You keep running every time they call. You keep spending time in their presence. You keep going forward with the opportunity. Every time he try to pull you out, God will let you keep tying yourself until it's so painful inside, until it causes repentance. Then he'll separate you like you asked. What I saw in my vision is actually scissors that cut the rubber bands off my finger. So if I had the scissors, then the rubber bands would break. Meaning, once God lets you get to that point where it hurts so bad, then he finally pull you out, it can't be revived no more. You can't go back no more. And now you got to deal with the pain of separation because you didn't allow him to take the wheel when he tried. And now you got to deal with the pain of all the time that you wasted raveling back every time he tried to take it away. That is what I saw in my vision. And I know that was for somebody.